Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be focusing on my garage because it is a hot mess and we cannot even walk in here. My husband just got his motorcycle, so we definitely need space to put his motorcycle in here and just to move around. So I thought we'd start off this video in the garage. We'll see how long this takes me and then what else we get into today. But the goal is to get the floor cleared off. That way we can get in and out of here. Plus we do have a storm coming this way. Hurricane Debbie just hit Florida and the rain is supposed to be hitting us later tonight into tomorrow. So I might need to move some of our patio stuff into the garage and there's no place to put it. So let's get busy. Okay, this is what the garage is looking like. Super cluttered. My husband really needs to organize his tools. I'll probably try to put them in there as best as I can, but I'm sure he's gonna have his way. But this is my husband's new motorcycle. It's an Indian. It's really nice, but we need some space in here. So let's get cleaning. By now, y'all know my decluttering style. I love to pull everything out whenever I am working in a space, especially if there is a lot of clutter. It's better to pull it all out. That way you can see exactly what you have. You can go through it and get rid of things as you start putting things back into their homes. So I'm pulling out all of the bulky items because for one, I couldn't even walk in here, and for two, I really needed to sweep the garage out because there were so many dead bugs. We do have Orkin coming to our house now because we have been having a roach problem, which has been working out really well. It has gotten rid of the bug issue, but we had lots of leftover remnants in the garage.
You're smiling, just really doing nothing. That's the thing I like about you. On the highway, it's our way, Route 66, and we keep on driving. We just do what we wanna do. Yeah, no, nothing's complicated with you.
I know a lot of times whenever we're decluttering, we feel like we need to go out and buy organizers and bins and all of the things. And I'm just here to tell you that that is really not necessary. Yes, bins can be very helpful and I do love having them on hand, but I also feel like there's a lot of times we can work with what we have around the house and not have to go out and spend money and buy bins, especially if you don't know how much you're gonna get rid of. I really do advise you to go through your things, declutter before you buy the bins. That way you can see exactly how much you have left and what you have to organize, and you can buy more accordingly, because there have been so many times where I went out and bought all these bins and containers and then I didn't even need half of them. So the collection of containers I have in storage is a little excessive, but I'm hanging on to them just in case I do need them in the future because they are pricey. I have found some of the better deals on Amazon. So the bins that I personally use, I will link them in my description for you guys. But I promise you do not need them. You can use things around your home, and you will see how I do that here in the garage in just a little bit. I feel the garage is definitely one of those areas that are hard to get right, to get it organized exactly how you want it, especially because a lot of the things, well, at least in my garage, a lot of the things in here are very big, very bulky, and so trying to fit them on a shelf or in a spot is quite challenging. I felt like I was playing Tetris trying to make things fit in here, but I do love how it ends up turning out at the very end, so make sure you guys stay until the end to see the before and after.
It's just the way that I get every time that I am with you. Your laughter takes me to heaven. I just want to make you repeat it and repeat it again. Yeah, you make the sky so blue. No, nothing's complicated with you.
how often is it that you guys go through your garage, organize it, or at least just get in here and sweep? I know I definitely need to start making a point to get in here and sweep more often because it was really disgusting. And I hadn't done it before because my garage was so cluttered. There was no way I could even sweep. But the goal is to keep the garage organized so I can get in here and sweep it out at least once a month.
Playing songs on the radio, sing along to the words that we don't know how. Brings out the hours. Let's just run away. Yeah, I could drive the whole along. Be with you is like being on the rodeo house. Brings out the hours. I got a little crush.
My husband recently bought this really big bundle of car washing supplies, and some of them were just kind of spilling out of the bucket. So thankfully, like I said, I had so many extra containers. I went ahead and pulled out one of the ones we weren't using and just put the extra products inside of that. And I was really trying to focus on organizing things where it made sense. So I put all the car products together, the motorcycle products with that. And then his tools, I tried to organize by like saws, gasoline yard stuff. It's a little challenging because, like I said, the items are pretty bulky, but I just try to make it make as much sense as possible on these shelves. This cooler, you guys. The last time I cleaned out the garage, I just left it in here because it was so heavy. I didn't want to move it around, but this time I was like, you know what? I'm tired of looking at it. I was determined to get it into a spot, but this thing is heavy. I'd say a minimum of like, I don't know, 60 pounds because I could barely lift it up off the ground and I do think it's because the odd shape. I couldn't even get my arms completely across it, but oh my gosh, let me tell you, I got my workout in this day.
On the highway, it's our way, Route 66, and we keep on.
That's probably one of the sketchiest things I've ever done, but I was determined to get it up there. The thing is heavy. Not to mention, it was 90 degrees this day, humid as could be. The rain was definitely in the distance and coming. You could feel it in the air, but it was a hot day. I mean, even when I first started cleaning the garage out, the kids came outside, they put their skates on, they had their bikes. They were like, oh, while you clean, we're gonna ride our bikes. I was like, okay, great. They lasted not even 20 minutes. They were like, I'm going in, it's so hot. So let's just say it was a scorcher this day. Anywho, as you can see, I'm trying to figure out what to do with all of our yard utensils. We were planning on getting like a rack and putting them up on the wall, but really at this point, there isn't a reason to do it because we're gonna be moving out within the next 6 months. Our lease will be up, so we don't plan to stay here. So I thought it would be a good idea to find a way to get them all combined into one little area. So I was improvising and I used a Home Depot bucket and this worked out perfectly.
Wanna do. Hey, playing songs on the radio, sing along to the words that we don't know how. Brings out the hours. Let's just run away. Yeah, I could drive the whole along. Be with you is like being on the rodeo house. Brings out the hours. I got a little crush on you. Ooh, I got a little crush on you.
I really meant to take this wood back to Lowe's a few months ago whenever my husband first built my little garden stand. If you guys have seen it, he built me a stand for my buckets so I can have my little garden on the back porch, but we had a lot of wood left over. I meant to take it back. I never did, so now it's just sitting in here. So I tried to stack it as neatly as possible up along the wall. That way it doesn't take up as much room in here.
I have seen you here before. Not a coincidence.
Almost everything was covered in spider webs and bugs. It was just so gross. I was starting to sneeze so much before I got done. My nose was itchy. Like, there was tons of dust in the air.
I hope you're looking at me now from the corner of your eye. Someday I will see more than just your beauty. Someday I will be starring in your movie. Someday you will be drinking.
I wasn't too sure what the stain was on the ground. We had some boxes in here a while ago, and so I thought maybe some food had spilt in here, like some old sour milk or something. So I tried spraying it and wiping it. It didn't come up, so I'm assuming it was probably here before, and maybe it was paint.
With me. You run your fingers through your hair. Something inside begins to flare. Now you're doing it again. I close my eyes and count to 10. Someday I will see more than just your beauty. Someday I will be starring in your movie.
Not too long ago, my father-in-law did pass away, unfortunately. It was pretty sudden, and whenever he did pass, my husband took a few things from his home, and one of the things that he wanted to keep from his dad was all of his tools, because they used to build stuff together when he was a child. So it was really special for him to have some of the tools, and a lot of them he has had for many of years. So it was special for him, but that's what these buckets are on the ground. They were buckets of tools from my father-in-law, so I needed to go through them and get them a little bit organized as best as I could. I tried putting, screwdrivers together and like items that I knew were the same. I tried to put them together, and then the rest I just kind of threw in here because I was like, I don't know what these are for. So I just put them how I would have put them, and I told my husband, I'm like, you're gonna have to go in there and fix it how you want it, because I didn't know what I was doing.
Someday you will be drinking your coffee with me. But if you could be the one I need more, so what am I waiting for? Someday I will see more than just your beauty.
After organizing this toolbox, my husband can never give me a hard time about how many different tumblers or purses I have, because he has about 40 of the same screwdrivers. So I'm like, best believe the next time he tries to tell me, why do I have so many of the same thing, I'm gonna be like, I don't know, why do you have so many screwdrivers?
This love has never been stronger. I'm up in the clouds when you're around, but when you're not, it's getting much harder, and I'm falling down, I'm falling down. I see your face.
This area over here is really tight, but what I ended up doing was, after I moved this little side table over here, I did shove the deep freezer as far as I could closer to the shelving system. So it did free up some space. We're able to fully open the door now. So I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna leave it right there for now. At least it fits. I don't have any more room in our shed. Our shed is packed to the max with all of our big containers that have like my decorations and just, you know, all of our storage things. It is so full. So I knew that everything that was in here, I just had to find a way to make it fit because I couldn't fit it in our shed.
In the scrapbook of my mind, to put it down for a while takes ages. Then I'm falling down, down, I'm falling down. I'm thinking of you every day, a million times.
This is where I'm at so far. These little cubbies right here. This isn't being used, but I don't want to get rid of it because we might use it whenever we move. Same with that side table. I really don't want to get rid of it, but I did free up the opening of the deep freezer in case we end up wanting to use it. I organized over here as best as I could. I got the toolbox where it could close, and the floor is clear. All of this is clear. I swept, piled the wood up in the corner, but now it's time for the big bulky stuff, which is the most difficult to get in here and have it look neat. We do plan on getting rid of this dinosaur bike because it broke, and that little bicycle because it's too small for Ethan. So I might keep those out and do like a bulk pickup for the trash, but everything else has to go back in. So let's go ahead and see if we can make it fit nice and neatly.
Tell me you do every day, a million times, just when I'm thinking of you. You grow on me with every heartbeat.
Now is when I really put my Tetris skills to the test to see how I can make everything fit and still leave a really big open area in the center of the garage, because my husband really wants to be able to pull his motorcycle in with no problem, no bumping into things. So we're gonna make this work. I'm gonna find a way to pile it all in here nice and neatly.
I really hate to wave goodbye. I know it's crazy, but I can't help it. When I'm falling down, down, I'm falling down. I'm thinking of you every day, a million times, hoping you hear me. Tell me you do every day, a million times, just when I'm thinking of you. I'm thinking of you every day, a million times, hoping.
Finally done. Now I know this doesn't look perfectly organized, but you guys, compared to what it was, this is so much better. We can actually walk in here. We can find stuff. My husband definitely needs to organize the tools, but at least they're all in the toolbox, not on the ground. I had to stack up the lawn stuff as best as I could. That way we at least had a path right here, so whenever he drives the motorcycle in, he can fit it much better. I think I might end up moving my vacuum up there because I don't use that vacuum, but y'all, I am so sweaty and hot. I'm ready to go sit down, but a really good improvement. Happy with how everything is. It is stacked up to the ceiling, but at least we can see the floor. Just got out of the shower. Y'all, I was a pool of sweat after cleaning the garage, but it feels so good. I can hear it's thundering outside. It sounds like the rain is actually gonna be starting pretty soon. Thankfully, I don't think we're gonna be getting hit too bad over here, just mainly some rain, so that's good. but I do need to get some more things done around the house. So I'm gonna finish getting myself a little bit ready, probably throw my hair in a braid, and then I need to clean up the kitchen and then get some laundry going before I have to start making dinner. But I am wearing my new Halara shorts. I am obsessed with these. They're like workout shorts. They have the tight shorts underneath, the loose up top, and they're high-waisted, so the band like sucks you in. They are my new obsession. I have them in black and this color, and I might be ordering some more because they're on sale right now. But they're definitely some really good shorts. If you haven't tried Halara leggings or shorts out, they're one of my favorite legging brands.
Every day a million times, hoping you hear me. Tell me you do. Every day a million times, just when I'm thinking of you.
Over the summer, we have definitely been needing to run the dishwasher twice a day. We just can't seem to keep up with dishes because the kids are home and eating 24/7 per usual. So I needed to do some hand washing, and I really needed to clean out the sink because there was a lot of food sitting at the bottom of it and it was smelly.
Hey, you're good at making me lose my mind, but I always come around, don't I? And I know sometimes I'm bringing you down, but I always make you smile, don't I? We're like the waves on a big blue stormy sea. But still you're the one who brings out the best in me. We're a little messed up, baby, kinda up and down, and we keep falling till we hit the ground, but then we get back up again. Yeah, we're a little messed up, baby, it's never getting boring when we keep aiming for the stars, just you and me. We always get back up again. You and me. Baby, you and me. There is no one else who can make me feel like I can do anything.
Now it's finally time to get this stinky sink cleaned out. I had so much food in here. So we're gonna go ahead and get all this down the garbage disposal. And then I love using the Dawn Power Wash spray in the sink. For one, it smells really good. And for two, it really does a great job at cleaning. Highly recommend that product, especially for stuck on grime on dishes. It does a great job at taking things off. And then I'm also using the new Scrub Daddy wand. I love this thing. I just recently bought some new pads to replace them, and I had no idea there isn't a hook on the tip of this wand. So usually you have to like slide them on or pop them off to replace them. This one is like almost like a Velcro, but it's not Velcro. It's like a, I don't know, this special material. But I just thought it was really cool that there's no hook on the back of it. So recently started using this wand, really love it. It doesn't leak soap out of it, so you don't have to worry about coming back and your soap being all gone. That was one of the reasons why I quit using a wand, because I would come back and my soap would be all the way gone and just wasted. But this one holds up really well, and I love the cute little smiley face design on it.
We can fight all day and make love at night, 'cause we always figure it out, don't we? Yeah. And we're like the waves on a big blue stormy sea. We're a little messed up, baby, kinda up and down, and we keep falling till we hit the ground, but then we...
And of course, laundry time. The laundry never ends. Per usual, I'm behind, so I'm trying to get caught back up again. quick update on my laundry. Those active tablets have done wonders. I no longer have any grease spots, knock on wood. I think they're definitely working. I am going to make a point to run them through the wash at least once every single week. I know my washer is getting a little bit older too, so it's probably good for it to keep it nice and cleaned internally. But definitely check out active tablets. I found them on Amazon. If you have a dirty washer or you just want to do a good cleaning on it, definitely recommend them. But we are at the end of today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, I'd love for you to subscribe. I do upload new cleaning motivation every single Sunday, and I would love to have you here. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.